Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's weekly decoration time and I'm using the PA Michaels box. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so I know I've just used this kit for my notebook thing, but I need to use it again in my weekly decoration. So I'm just kind of having a look here, trying to work out. Obviously this time I'm going to use a lot more of the stickers. That's the thing I know, but at the same time I'm kind of not. I did use the washi tape a lot in the last one, so I almost don't want to use it again. I might still end up using it a little bit. Alright, what have I got here? Well, the days of the week are easy, so that's fine. I need to do a flipper, which is the hardest part. In my head, it's the hardest part. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to get, I don't need a big one. I'm going to have a bit of this paper, so it'll just be green on the background, but on the front we'll have it as like a little yellow. How big do I want to put it? Or hold on, I'll come back to it. I know I have an idea, but I think I need to put the stickers in first, or the bits of paper and stuff in first. I know I want to use these stripes. I want to put these up the top and down and at the bottom. And then I think I won't put anything down the side because none of the washies really go that way. They all go this way, not that way. So, good thing is that I can get this out of two little cuts. Just grab my trimmer in. So I'm going to cut two strips of 1.5. Make sure I get the colours right. So I'm going to do pink at the top, green at the bottom. There's the 1.5. So I'm actually just going to cut it a tinsy little bit smaller than that. And that way I get that exact shape. And I can, just a little bit, that's not a big deal. And then I'm going to do the same cut with the green one. And we'll just trim off any of the excess later. That's fine. Impressed with my trimmer. It's done a good job. So, don't need to worry about cutting or covering up the day of the week because this is such thick paper that it's just going to cover straight across the top. So I'm just going to stick that down with glue tape. Line that up completely on the left hand side and then just pulled it along, trying to keep it as straight as I possibly can. And I'm trimming off the excess really carefully because I can use that same bit on the other side, and if I can avoid having to cut another bit I will. And then if you use the straight edge again on this one, then you won't have to worry about it not being straight. Now I'm putting this just a tinsy little bit above the top line. So that way it ends up being straight. Straight. And do the same thing on the bottom. There's going to be a bit of excess on the bottom, so it's alright. So I'll cut off that extra little bit of yellow. But I'll just stick that down the exact same way and then we'll just trim off all the excesses. Bottom, I'm just going to use the trimmer for this just because it's a little bit easier, and I've been doing better with getting these lines straight, so maybe I'm getting better at this. Alright, really like that. I like the stripes. They look really nice. Okay, So I'm going to put in some of the date covers. Now these don't come with dots. At least I'm 99.9% sure they don't come with dots. So I'm just double checking that. Making sure there's none in the clear ones. So I need to grab some. Alright, so I've grabbed 2 lots of gold numbers. I don't know which one's going to work better. I think it'll come down to when I put the days in. So I'm going to use... I think I'm going to use the yellow ones. Just so I can... Because I'm going to add in a bit more yellow, and I've got some green in here. I don't have any black, but I don't think I'm going to use the black. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick these in. I think the big ones are going to be too big, so I'm just going to check the small ones. So these ones are from, I think they're from May Paper Co. I think. They're very old. That's the right size. And I'm going to try something different. I'm going to put these on the side, like on the left hand side, so they kind of cover up a little bit. I don't know if I like it yet. I'll work that out when I get to the bottom, but I think it looks okay. So I want them to be still a part of the day. I don't want them to look like they're just a dot on the end. So we'll just see how we go as we put this. Bring in some boxes. I'm actually really excited to use the boxes in this kit. I've seen it be used a lot in happy planners and Erin Condren's. I haven't seen it be used in another kind of planner yet, so I'm very excited to give this a go. I do need to find somewhere along the way here to fill that up, but that's alright. I need a to-do list, we know that bit. So I'm going to use the pink one just to add in a little bit of pink at the bottom. I do like how thick these stickers are. I'm just going to line that up. There, so that covers that. It's not even close to straight. The only problem with boxes, you need to get them straight. So I'm paying a little bit more attention to the bottom and not the top, and trying to make that look straight, and then I figure it'll roll up. That's better. So I've got your to-do list. I need a happy mail list at the bottom here as well. I've got notes. Alright, so I don't have anything that doesn't have a header on it, so we'll make one of our own. And this is where I was thinking maybe I do like a fold out list. So hold on, let's have another think about that. So it doesn't need to be that big. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna have it so it sits here and it flips out and it'll sit up against the circles so that it won't go over them. I'm just gonna mark out where I want to cut this. So just there. Paper cutter's guilt, here we come. Again, I love this paper, I really do. I don't know how I'm going to live knowing I don't have a full set anymore, but I will. So I just realised I had it around the wrong way, but that's okay. So I'm going to have it up like this and it will fold out. Actually, yeah, no, and then I'll have both sides. So I just need to work out how wide I want it to be. So I reckon about 6. So cut this to 12. little scoreboard up. Just finding the 6 line, which is about there. And if I need to, I'll just trim off any excess. Stick that down so it'll just open up like that. And then on the inside, I'm just going to stick down some white paper. I'm just going to put a little bit of scattered straw Distress Oxide around it, just to help it blend in a little bit, because the whole white starkness will just be too much. I really like that bottle on the front. Didn't mean to do that, but it looks good. Or do I just write on the top? Do I put some paper on the inside so it's like it's just white, or do I just write across the checks? Ryan says right across the checks, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put the footy details on the left, and then I can leave this bit to be something else. And I'm going to write in pink, which kind of matches. Perfect. And then I've got some room at the bottom if I want to put any other notes or anything there. Alright. I'm looking at this and I need to put some of the washi. I just can't not have no washi on here. So what I'm going to do is, there's a bunch of these quotes on here, so I'm just going to pull it out so I've got one of all of them. And then just cut it. So I've got all these little squares, and I'm going to use them around the place to kind of decorate as we go. You get this one that says enjoy every moment. That's the first one that's coming in. And I'm going to put it at the bottom because I want the pink to even out the green. So it'll be a bit more pink at the top now. A little bit more green at the top, because I do have a lot of green down here now. Get these two. I won't put any more quote kind of ones because that's probably a little bit too much, but I am going to put in two skinnier, like headers. Oh, there we go. I knew I had some somewhere. So I'm just going to put a couple of these onto Wednesday, Thursday and Saturday, which I think are my days off. They may move. And if they do, I can just move them, so that's not a big deal. I'm not going to use the stamps this time because I did use them pretty heavily in the notebook one, so I don't think I need it. I'm just wondering if this is big enough. I think it would be cool to have this just sort of flip on the rings. I'm just going to have it there. I'm just going to punch a hole in it. Now it is a very small area that I'm punching the hole in, but it's big enough. So I've just got that there, and that'll just sit on the rings, and I can move it if I want to. So if maybe I want to leave it so Monday's completely clear, I can just move it down to whatever day it is. Any day it's not really going to cover is Wednesday, but that's alright. So I'll chuck the Plum Mashable sticker ironically back in where it was, which kind of annoys me, but anyway. Alright, then we need to put some decorative things in here. So, I'm going to grab some of the clear stickers. I don't want to use too many of the quotey kind of ones because we've already got two of those. I don't drink bubble tea, but I'm going to put some in here. I'm going to give myself a little notepad on Tuesday. I'll put this in the middle. No, I'm not, because I've already got this in the middle, so I'll move it over to the left. Right, I suck at lefts and rights. I just need something down here. Fits perfectly, or very close to perfectly. Just add in a couple of flowers. Something too, I've just realised I could flip this around and use it on the other side if I wanted to as well. So that forgotten all the washi tape. That's what's missing. So I'm just going to use this and just cut it into the little squares and put them. I'm just going to stick them up the top for now because I want to be able to just scatter them around the place. Now a lot of these do have quotes on them, so I'm just going to avoid putting the quote near any of the other quotes, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to keep them as straight as I can, but just cutting along that line. A little tied up at the end, that's alright. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. I have an idea for the ones I don't use though, so it's alright. I'm just going to leave off the rest for now and I'll come back to them. So that's Enjoy Every Moment, which I've already got down here, so I'm not going to use that there. Ryan's given it the okay, so it must be okay. So that's using the PA Michaels box. I think the only part about using this box that I don't like is the fact that now I don't have it all. It kind of feels like I use stuff, but it's no good sitting up in the cupboard, is it? It needs to be used. So therefore it has been used, and I think it looks okay. I don't think it looks anywhere near as gorgeous as some of the ones I've seen with the Happy Planners, but they never do because mine has more white space and that's obviously fully covered in stickers. So it's a little bit different, but I really like it. I think it's come together really nicely. I kind of like those squares. I think they've kind of added something here that I wasn't expecting. And I like having this little flip instead of a flipper. It kind of just gives me a little bit more room to write my happy mail. It doesn't need to be out there. So anyway, let me know what you think. Leave it down below, or you can find me on any of my socials. There's a lot of Planners Anonymous coming up for you in the next couple of weeks. I have 2 kits to unbox. So they'll be here very, very soon, so you'll be able to see those. So if you do love Planners Anonymous like I love Planners Anonymous, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss those videos when they're ready. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles!